afternoon, and welcome to the Living Legacy Foundation of Maryland's annual Donate Life Month flag raising ceremony. My name is Erin Bauer, and I'm the events coordinator here at the LLF. I'm honored to welcome you to our office today as we gather virtually in celebration of Donate Life Month. As part of the national initiative Flags Across America, the LLF proudly partners with our Maryland hospitals to fly the Donate Life flag throughout the month of April to raise awareness for donation and to honor our generous donors, donors in spirit, and their families. This is a cherished tradition, one that we are proud to have continued throughout the challenges of the pandemic. This is now our third year hosting this event virtually, and we recognize that one of the most beautiful things to come out of online events is the ability for people to gather from all corners of the country and share a common experience. We are all here to honor, to remember, and to celebrate friends, loved ones, and the gift of life. I invite you to share your connection to donation in the chat thread so we can all be united as one donation community. And now I have the privilege of introducing Charlie Alexander, the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Living Legacy Foundation of Maryland.
Thank you, Erin. Thank you all for joining us today, albeit virtually. And as Erin points out, it's such a great opportunity to have people join us from all over the state and even outside of the state to honor our donors and their families. We're going to raise the flag today, and it's very symbolic of the celebration of Donate Life Month. But it's also the same flag that not only flies throughout the month of April at all of our hospitals, it's also the very same flag that flies during each and every donation event at a Maryland hospital throughout the entire year. It's a great tribute. Our families are able to stand and watch the flag go up in honor of their loved one and for their donation. We had the privilege of participating with over 160 organ donation cases last year that transplanted over 450 people with life-saving gifts. Additionally, over 600 tissue donation families, hundreds of gifts from each of those donations. So you can see the countless number of people impacted, lives changed through the work we do here at Living Legacy, but really we are only enabling the generosity of our donor families. So thank you to our donor hospitals who've done so much more with so much less for the last 3 years. Thank you to our teams who've endured challenging clinical times over the last several years. And thank you to our donor families who make this all possible. So thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. It's incredibly humbling to hear about the number of lives that were impacted by donation this past year. Each of our donors and donors in spirit has left an incredible legacy. They are heroes that will never be forgotten. One of those heroes is Anise, and her mom, Wendy Klein, is joining us today to share her story.
Hi, my name is Wendy Klein, and I'm a donor mother. My daughter was Anise Fournier. She was 14. She had discussed wanting to become a donor when she asked me when she was about 14 years old. She asked me if I was a donor, and I told her I was and why. And she said that people should have to do that. That shouldn't even be an option. On December 17th, 2011, she was at the mall with some friends, and she had an energy drink, which I wasn't aware of. She came home that night, and she went into cardiac arrest at home. We did CPR until the EMTs got there. She laid in a hospital bed at Johns Hopkins for 7 days, never regained consciousness, and was taken off life support on Christmas Eve 2011. I knew right away that she would want to donate her organs. She did donate her liver, her pancreas, her kidneys, and her corneas. So she saved the lives of 2 people and regained sight to two people who could not see. I met Anise's recipient It was probably 2 years after my daughter passed away. And it was so exciting to finally meet the person that had my daughter's organs living inside. So it was very exciting to meet the lady who had a piece of my daughter, and it meant a lot. It means a lot to know that she still lives on, and it's very important for family members to know that their loved ones still live on, and it is a very, very noble thing to do.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you for sharing Anissa's remarkable story. I hope that it continues to bring you comfort to know that she is living on through her recipients. We will now hear a few words from Barbara Bischoff, who is a liver recipient and Donate Life ambassador.
Hi, I'm Barb, and I am a grateful liver transplant recipient. I received my new liver April of 2016. For me, I had a freak accident that resulted in a splenectomy, and I developed a staph infection. And after tests from that, I was diagnosed with liver cancer. They found a carcinoma. And at first, I was devastated. I maybe in denial. I tried keeping it from my family. And then after meeting with my doctor, I realized and finding out that I needed a transplant and everything that would entail. Knew that I needed my family. So I, of course, shared everything with them. And then I had my evaluation on my 45th birthday and was listed shortly after. And at that point, after meeting with the doctors, I was actually hopeful. And as time went on, spending time going through the process and the monthly visits, waiting on the waiting list, I became confident that everything would be okay, that they had me. So I was transplanted in April 2016 and spent a little time in the hospital, but immediately woke up from surgery feeling 100 times better. And it was just a miracle. And I credit that to the care that I received, the quality of care, the compassion, and my family's support. Every day isn't perfect, and I do have, things that I struggle with, but every day is a blessing. During my time in the hospital, I met with volunteers and people came to share their time and their story with me, and that was so inspiring to me. I knew it was something that I wanted to do to help people in my situation then waiting for a transplant. I was transplanted 9 months after I was listed, which it seems like a long time, but it's a short time. I was very blessed to receive my new organ so fast, even though it didn't feel that way at the time. But looking back, 9 months isn't very long to wait on the list. So I am just grateful for every day, and that I'm able to volunteer. And I hope that my story can help people that are waiting or whatever their situation is, to see how important the whole process is and what it actually gives to someone. It gives their life back. And I'm just very grateful for all of it.
Thank you, Barbara. We are so glad to see you healthy and happy and really appreciate all that you do to support LLF's community outreach and education efforts. I would now like to introduce one of our hospital partners, Dr. Natay Guyton from the University of Maryland Medical Center's Midtown campus. And she will tell us a little bit about how their hospitals honor donors during Donate Life Month.
Hi, my name is Natay Guyton. I am the Chief Nurse Officer and Vice President for Patient Care Services at the University of Maryland Medical Center's Midtown campus. I'm excited about April because it is National Donate Life Month. The Donate Life flag is a national symbol to honor the gift of life that is given by organs, eyes, and tissue donors and their families. The flag raising represents a legacy for those who have lost someone they love, a lifetime for those waiting for a transplant, infinite gratitude from the University of Maryland Medical Center and the Living Legacy Foundation of Maryland to each and every person that makes the incredible gift of life possible. The University of Maryland Medical Center, along with the Living Legacy Foundation of Maryland and Donate Life, will proudly fly this special flag across our state.
Thank you to our hospital partners for their contributions to this flag raising ceremony and for being advocates for organ, eye, and tissue donation in our community. We are proud to raise the Donate Life flag throughout the year for every donor and donor in spirit in honor of their gift, their family, and the legacy of life and hope. I would now like to invite Christine Crone, the LLF's Manager of Quality Systems, to lead us in reciting the poem, We Remember Them, as the flag is raised. Christine?
At the rising sun and its going down, we remember them. At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. At the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. At the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. At the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of the autumn, we remember them. At the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. As long as they live, they will too live, for they are now a part of us. We remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have decisions that are difficult to make, we remember them. When we have a joy we crave to share, we remember them. When we have achievements that are based on theirs, we remember them. For as long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us. We remember them. And now we'll have a moment of silence to honor our organ, eye, and tissue donors.
Thank you, Christine and Charlie. As we close today's ceremony, we would like to invite you to help us to continue to raise awareness for donation and to honor our generous donors and donors in spirit throughout the month of April. You can participate in our hashtag #InOneWord campaign and share why you're a donor today. Please visit www.inoneword.org for details. And please join us on Friday, April 22nd for National Blue and Green Day. Deck out in blue, green, and donate life apparel, then snap a photo and tag us on social media. Thank you so much for joining us today. Take care, everyone.